Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 7, and potentially more. We'll have to see. We'll be playing it by ear, and my apologies for being a couple of days late. I have not been able to record Jujutsu for the last couple of days, so instead we are here for the first annual Sorcery Sunday. Welcome to the first annual Teeaboo Sorcery Sunday. Get your early access passes in the description. They won't really get you anything because we're not actually moving the show to Sunday or anything. I just wasn't able to record on Friday or Saturday, and so here we are. I'm ready. I'm excited. And I'm more than a little bit pumped because for the last few episodes of Jujutsu, we've been doing what I'll call setup side quests. Not to say that they're any less than the main plot story thing. They are clearly the main plot. There are a bunch of things where we need to gather resources and information from Tengen and allies and magic weapons and all these things that we're going to need to actually address the big giant colonies where the game is happening. But we haven't actually addressed the game yet. We haven't gone and turned to it. It hasn't impacted us. We haven't collided with it yet. And now we get to. A rule has gone out, and it's probably like the most useful rule for everybody. Everybody gets some information on everybody else, gets to know where they are, what they're doing, and how many people they've killed and how many points they have, something like that. Oh, and whether they've made rules. This is a good rule, I think. It gives everybody lots of information. It also lets anybody who wants to kill anybody in particular find out where they are, stalk them down, and kill them. So it's a little bit dangerous, but it's also very exciting because through the lens of this rule, we can get a picture of what's really been going on during the games while we've been doing our sorcery setup side quest stuff. And I'm scared. I'm really scared. Blue guy's pretty creepy, pretty scary. He's killed a lot of people. But more than that, this is just a big occurrence. It's like a lot of moving parts happening. And because we've been so absent from it, we've been doing all these side quests and stuff, it's really a mystery as to what's truly going down. I would love to jump our perspective over and follow and see what Okotsu has been up to because he's been in it for the last couple of days, I think, and I'm really curious what that looks like. I'm curious what our team dynamics will look like as we've gathered Kinji and we've gathered Kirara and we're hoping to turn them into allies and move forward. So I hope that we touch on that. I hope that we get right into the games and can see what the colonies are like and kind of answer some of the mysterious questions about the real nature of this setup, like what's really going on. It's all been floating graphics and digital landscapes and stuff that's going on far, far away from our characters. So seeing it all finally smashed together, it feels like it's going to be really cool. And it feels like without doing any extra work to make it happen, just by spending all this time away from it, we've built up a suspense. We've built up a tension. We've built up a, I wonder what's really going on in the background out there in the colonies, which are happening as our characters are going and fighting off all the Zenin family and defeating Naoya and going and finding Kinji and all of these different things. What's the game look like? And are we going to see it this episode? Methinks so, because it's called Tokyo Colony Number 1, Part 1. I was under the impression that this was going to be Part 1, and there would be a Part 2, and then we'd wrap it. But it turns out this is Part 1 of Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5? Part 5. So there are 5 of these episodes, and then the last one is different. So maybe we won't like force ourselves to try to watch part 1 and then part 2 because it's all parts of the same thing. It's a 5-episode arcling, I don't know. And we're gonna watch it eventually. We're gonna get through it at the pace that we need to get through it to pay as much attention to it as we can and enjoy the hell out of it. So if you're here to enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen with me, welcome. Thank you for being here on Sorcery Sunday, off schedule, all that jazz. I'm really excited to see what happens when this thing really, like, kicks off, really. Oh, here we go. Okay. I gotta do a drawing, and then we're gonna get into the episode. Let me draw something. I saw this cool album cover earlier today, and I think I'm gonna, like, copy some elements of it for this drawing. I've been thinking about saving up for, like, a real document camera to go on the desk and, and be for this, for drawing and stuff. It would give higher like quality, higher fidelity, and I wouldn't have to deal with like pulling it down and putting it up every time because it would be just down here. I could just move it over or whatever. I don't know. It's a fair-sized investment, so I'll have to think about it. But it might be viable if I'm gonna keep doing these drawings and stuff. I kind of want it tall. It's a little weird, but I kind of do. Okay, that's weird. I've never done anything quite like this. Again, there's an album cover. Here, let me show you. Look, that's the album cover that I was looking at. It has this cool little island floating, and there are like clouds down below it, and there are also clouds up above it, and there's the sun. What struck me about this was like, wow, it's really weird to have an island floating with sort of like stalagmites at the bottom. That's kind of cool. But then it's also the clear cut sharp lines of the sun and the horizon versus all the cloudy stuff and all the sort of messy shapes of all of the cloud cover and the trees and all that jazz. And that seemed like fun. So I wanted to see if I could make any of that happen with just pencil, like not dealing with color or anything. And I ended up drawing the sun, being like, I'm kind of like an eye. And then I made it an eye, and now it's just a weird, surreal thing. We got the big colony chilling over here. We got Fuji-san in the middle, and we got the weird stalagmite thingy, which some of the texture of that is really cool. And I'm going to steal the technique that I used of just drawing all the little lines. Because like that left side and stuff, those look good to me. Those feel great. And then the eye is freaking weird. In total, I'm really pleased with how this feels. It feels weird and interesting and artistic, and I don't know, it just sort of flowed out of the hands. Cool. Drawing is really weird, guys. It's the strangest experience to create things. I've never done anything like it. It's so strange. Okay, I've got the art out of me. Let's go ahead and watch Season 3, Episode 7 of Jujutsu Kaisen, titled Tokyo Colony Number 1, Part 1. Wait, does that mean there are multiple Tokyo colonies? Kind of makes sense. There are a lot of people there. Let's watch the episode. I've got it up and ready to go. We're still using the same subs as before. Somebody commented, let me know that I should use a different subtrack. I don't know what they mean. I got two subtracks here. I got English, and I got English with honorifics. If there's a better translator, I would like to know, but we've been sticking with Kaizoku. There's been some back and forth around whether it's better to be directly translated or more, I forget the word is for localized. I'm sticking with what I've got for right now. If there are terrible mistranslations, please let me know in the comments so that I can either switch the track or just be aware of what things are translated differently so that I have all the information. Cool, cool. Episode 7. Two versions, picture in picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, beep beep timer to count you down, let's go! The sister? Oh. Whose voice is this? The layout of the clothes, the blanket is beautiful. Oh, okay, it's ghetto. Yeah, could you do that somewhere else? Ah. Hmm. Yes, please. He's just talking to people in their dreams. Ooh, we're doing the full. It's almost like angelic, leading you to salvation. And putting Geto in this role is, or Kaminori Toshi is very strange. Will he actually take her outside? Oh, this is what the inside of the games looks like. Huh? Just everybody who didn't want to be in it just gets whomped out over there. Member of the occult club. So wait, who's my son? Oh, it's Yuji, right? Everybody had a dream of him? Uh-huh. 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 My son? Whew. Whew. That's the first he's used that. But it's true, right? It's so strange that Geto thinks, or Kenny thinks of Yuji as his son. I'm a little stuck. I'm frozen. Buffering. Ugh. So everybody's just wandering around in their pajamas, just teleported away from wherever the barrier is. Just like, huh, okay. That view of all red inside the barrier was really cool too. And he's just quietly leading her. That whole scene was so religious. Weird. Okay, good. We get to touch on this. We get to talk this through. Oh. It's your dad, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we won't harp on it. Damn. Whoosh. So what is it? So what is it anyway? Of course not. No. Yeah, you're hard as a rock, buddy. To get his gambling regulated? I'll use it where I can. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, so. The little turnaround. The next day, the Zenin clan is exterminated. Wow. Okay. Here's the. Hi, Kogane. I wonder who's doing the voice for Kogane. Ah, ah. Sounds really familiar. There's so many little critters like that could be anything. Wouldn't be surprised if it was like a pretty cure fairy or something. Oh yeah, wait, Itadori's considered a player? So you're a player. Huh. Huh. Uh, but he's been fed a bunch more. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I'm not actually sure what the wrinkle is. Does that make sense? Like it's weird that he's in, but it makes sense to me that it's just Sukuna. What? Okay. You can see who made that rule. So you could hunt more people. So only if Itadori asks. Okay, so Koganes will only operate based on the one that they're assigned to. Who's over 100? Then they're an incarnated. Hmm. Higurara Hiromi? Mm-hmm. Mm. And then you gain points. That's really smart. And then you can buy your way out. Yeah, that might... Maybe. So we're gonna go after powerful sorcerers who have enough points and try not to kill... Try not to kill additional people. Oh, fuck, the little flashes, I didn't see them. Okay, that's an incredible idea. Is he walking? Yeah, okay. Oh. Like an angel? Eh? Pretty arrogant, but okay. I think he's protecting Kirara. This is insane. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing down the stairway, guys? What are we doing here? Oh, we're still going, aren't we? I like how this little like set of interactions between these two keeps rolling, keeps building. It does have like a line down the side. Oh, whoa. We're going in, baby. We're going in at the mid-roll. Who is this? Oh, are these the flying guys? I think these are the flying guys. Yeah, she's got helicopter hair or something. What? Insane. Okay, we're in Darknessville now. Wait, what? Oh, it's just the view of it in front of us. Hmm. Just so they could fight? That does make it scarier. Okay, so we finally have approached the barrier. Oh. Uh-huh. Bing bong. Yeah, I'm familiar. He got pissed. Kogane got pissed that he said no. Whoa. That's some bullshit. This is truly like a battle royale game, isn't it? Uh. Uh. Waiting and looking for the drop-in, so now Flying Girl... Ah, shit! Ah, shit! We're going through the walls! Fucking spawn campers is what they are. Minchi. Who's this voice actress? Is she a JoJo? Darling? Fuck, I've heard her before. There are a couple of voice actors I really want to know about. I want to know about Kogane, too. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, shit! Hot? Probably evil. Ooh. Okay, hi, bird. Shit. Hard do not trust. Uh-oh. She seems really dangerous. I don't know why I get that feeling, but they're very dangerous. Jesus. I mean, do they have anything besides being able to fly? He's gonna chop you with his head. Through the fan? What the fuck? What a strange power. I would not want. Okay, that's cool. Christ, Itadori. What if he doesn't, though? He made it bigger. Smoothie! You gonna dodge through the blades again? You're just gonna punch him. Did you break your head? Oh, okay. Or that. Whatever you ask. Oshite kudasai? She's incredibly cute. I'm terrified still. No, you seem great, but we're on a life or death right now. I think you might have overdone him. Oh. Hey, buddy. Hi, Remy. I like her. I'm scared of her. Might be part of it. Does he knows you from afar? Oh. Split ahead. We're phasing into a strange space now. We're becoming quite liminal. You still had to stay, right? You could have left initially. We're just focusing in on the split ahead. Okay, anybody can be an enemy. It's just the nature of the game, man. What are we about to smash into and jump scare? We're coming around these blind corners, man. I have great tension in the pit of my stomach. We're putting these blockings. Remy. Why do I feel like those two are working together somehow to manipulate our characters to split them up? But that doesn't seem possible or make any sense. They're completely separate. It feels like the entire game is against us. What a strange vibe at the end of the episode here. Did anybody else have the hair on the back of their neck standing up throughout all of that? Like, there's something about Remy that's that mix of compelling Black Widow sort of vibe thing where it's like, okay, attractive, interesting. I think she might be trying to murder me. And then with Amai, it's like, I think he might be trying to murder me, but he also might be like a friend. I don't know. That's a weird vibe. How did they do that? And am I just like experiencing? Am I crazy? Is it just me? Right? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Gosh, I've got voice actors to go after. There are so many interesting scenes that feel like they speak way more than is what's in the scene itself actually, and I don't know what the words are, like what it actually says. There's so many like slightly artistic shots. It's hard to say that. We can open with the first opening shot, which we hold for a while, of the bed. The I don't know how to put this. The arrangement of the the top sheet, this one, the top duvet cover is artful. Yeah? In the way that famous scrolls and paintings of flowers and cherry blossoms and trees, the way that they are arranged on the panel means something. It has weight to it. It changes the feel of the scene. This is like that. It also reminds me immensely of like the moment in episode 1 of this season where we've got this sort of big stage or landscape behind which Yuta and Yuji like fall, and there's all this like beautiful stuff behind them, like gorgeous piece of art with the stage lights and all that stuff. It reminds me of that in that it's framed carefully. To what end? To make a scene pretty, I think. I think that's as much as it is. It's not like referencing anything or meant to be meaningful. It's just beautiful. It's just arranged the way that the person who drew it thought would be beautiful, and it ends up feeling like so much more than just a scene where a character awakens to a terrifying dream. There's a bunch of shit like that in this episode, and all throughout JJK, it's sprinkled in as this artistic sense that sort of seeks to add meaningless meaning, to add ineffables to various scenes and just make them more. And it's really cool. It's really interesting to be kind of bowled over by the vision of scenes that otherwise would be pretty normal. That's crazy. I'm the one who put this barrier here. Hello, Ghetto! Could you please do that somewhere else? So he pops into the dreams of hundreds of thousands of people simultaneously, and the ones who want to leave, he, like, protectively walks them blind out of the culling game. You have one chance to wake up outside the barrier. This is the space between. And in this moment when he like pulls his sleeve down and lays his hand out, I'm at Adam and God, right? Like ding, it's religious almost is the word that I used before, and I think it fits strangely. It's like Kamonori Toshi is putting himself in the position of deity, of world changer, yeah? There's no need to rush. And so we walk through the darkness, and then we fucking click and show us what's really going on. And there's the giant, enormous naked mole rat and endless pterodactyls and just, whoa, what the fuck is that? Pup, welcome back out here. Hey, what do you think of that giant blackness over there? I don't know, I had a weird dream. Did he mention his son? No, just to you. Just to you, Sasaki. Because you know his son. Okay. The only thing that's really striking here is the referring to Yuji Itadori as his son. We knew it, kind of, sort of. At this point, we've figured that part that much out because we got the pictures with the mom and the head and the things, but it explains so much. Then the fact that Sukuna and his son are combined feels weird, though. I wonder how he feels about that. I don't know. I don't know. Ita fucking Dori. Weird. Okay. So we talk it through. It's really sad with Panda. It's like a really interestingly understated scene where he's like, we do an emotional shot of his face, kind of, where he doesn't express any emotion, and that's almost sadder because he's like, no, I'm good with this. I know what happened. It is the way it is. And it's so sad. I love screw it, I'll use it where I can. I love Megumi, like, reluctantly choosing to utilize the power that he's been given. It's interesting. It's like an ever-present question. If you're given domain over something that's terrible that you don't want, actually, do you forego that because you don't like it and you think it's evil and potentially like remove the power to cause good from yourself? Or do you embrace the power that you've been given even if you think it's fraught and dangerous and use it where you can? I think in this case you use it where you can. There are so many little cute moments of him just doing things that are, I guess they're in character. They're just out of what I think is his character because I expect him to be kind of a classic Neketsu bro. And instead he's got multitudes. He's got a wide variety of emotions and expressions that he goes through. It's pretty cool. And then we get ping-ponged to a new rule and it speaks and now I need to know who Kogane is. I really would like to know who that voice is. Okay, I believe that the two that I really wanted were Kogane and Hanyu, who's the flying girl. Let me start with Kogane. This is Nico. That is this person's name. Oh my god. Oh my god. This person is reborn. It has been so long since I watched that. That is one of the first shows that I ever watched much of. I think I followed up with like Naruto. Followed up Naruto with Katekyo Hitman Reborn and watched like 100 episodes of that shit. What a weird show. She plays the Hitman Reborn. Huh. She also does play Mahotsukai Precure. She plays Chikuru in one of the Pretty Cure fairies. Well, that's perfect. Wild. Okay. Hanyu is Junko Takeuchi. Junko Takeuchi is literally Naruto himself. Junko Takeuchi is also Gon Freaks. And Papuko, but bajillion people are Papuko. What? That's Naruto. That's Hanyu Flying Girl is Naruto. That's so straight. Okay, we're gonna move forward. Okay, I don't get this yet. It has to do something to do with Sukuna. Has something to do with having eaten the fingers. Yeah, the combinatorial eating fingers and eating more fingers. Only players should be the ones who have entered a colony, unless they've been given cursed techniques or cursed objects. Which Yuji kind of has, because he ate the fingers, but Megumi says that because he ate it of his own volition, it shouldn't work. Sukuna. So Sukuna might have entered a contract with Kenjaku to become the cursed object to return, to fight the culling game, all that shit. But Megumi says it still doesn't make sense. That part would make sense to me. If that was the explanation, I'd buy it. Megumi says there's something more, and I don't know what that something more is. You swallowed the finger of your own free will. But what about all the other fingers? Does that not work? I feel like it works. But what if it's not Yuji Itadori, but Sukuna who's contracted to the culling game? Or has Kaminori Toshi specifically singled him out as bound to the game regardless of what he does? And it has nothing to do with the ingestion of fingers and everything else. It's like an imposed rule that he might have had to make some sacrifice to the rest of the rules to make happen, but it might be his goal. It might be the whole plan. Just like the whole plan in Shinjuku is to fuck everything up and get all the pieces together to make everything. And I don't know. Let's do the information. I like that it's a little weird goth phone screen thing. I wonder if people make Kogane phone cases at this point. They probably do. And immediately the information that we're given is useful. We can search through other sorcerers and determine who we're going to go after and why. And Megumi comes up with this idea. Instead of going and acquiring points ourselves or relying on Yuta to go and do it and kill, we'll go and find people who already have the points and we'll make them make rules for us. Maybe there are some of them that we can negotiate with, but it feels like if they're gathering points, they're doing it because they want rules. Probably a lot of people would be down for the you can use points to escape the game kind of rule. This is tough. It's a social gambit as well as like a fighting gambit. Interesting. Find someone with too many points who doesn't have an interest, and we're looking specifically for those incarnated sorcerers, right? The ones from the past who have different motives for contracting and may not necessarily care about the culling game itself. But now that you're in the game, you gotta care about it. I don't know. The rule passing idea is brilliant. It kind of reminds me of blood bars in Dungeon Crawler Carl. You can't go into the safe room unless your blood bar is filled, and you have to kill people to fill the blood bar. You know what's crazy? I just realized that this whole episode is dialogue. Besides the like fan people fight. Yeah, no, besides that, the entire episode is dialogue and communication. It doesn't feel like it at all. I didn't even register it until this moment that this whole episode was dialogue. Unlike the episode before we got into the fight where it's like talking, walking and talking. This one doesn't feel like it is, but it is actually. Right? Wait, holy shit. We're literally spiritual walking and talking without walking a little, talking a lot, talking, walking and talking down a staircase, walking and talking outside, a bunch of setup, right? Walking and talking, fight, walking and talking. It's like, it's fight interspersed with walk and talk. It's like 80% of the episode is walking and talking. It doesn't feel like it at all. Even compared to the previous episode where it was like, ooh, this is like elevated walking and talking. I can't tell that the walking and talking has been blended into this smoothie. I didn't even register it until this moment. Holy shit, that's kind of impressive. And it's not because the talking is particularly spectacular, yeah? It's just cool. It's like all woven together to just be cool. Okay, so this is Kashimo. And then the other one? Oh, he just looks like a guy. Just like an ordinary guy. Okay. Higuruma Hiromi. I love all these scenes of everybody prepping. It's kind of fun. And where there's no angel. And now we do this walk and talk down the staircase. That's really weird. Fine until we turn. We're walking. These two shots are totally normal. Third totally normal shot. But it's not, or do we just keep going with it? And there are so many elements all lined up. It's just, okay, it's such simple CG camera. This is not that impressive compared to the crazy action sequences and stuff that we get into in JJK. But something about this scene just whomps me. Something about it just feels so impressive. Just all the tracking on the characters, all the multiple objects moving. It kind of reminds me of something that I praise about KyoAni shows of all things. They'll do this like one beautiful shot of a classroom from up above, right? And then they'll have characters like move around in it in different layers at all the time, right? So one character's like going through their things out of their book bag on the table, another character's like walking behind the table, and one comes in and out of the classroom door. And it's like it becomes this thing where everything's kind of moving and it feels alive. This is sort of like that. The staticness of the solid background and being able to move very slowly and very like carefully frame by frame through it lets us do all this little interaction and movement that ends up being really fucking cool. I don't know, it's cute. So why do they look like this? Is this two separate circles going up into the sky? And we're seeing the gap between them? And it's just like the grand distance? Yeah, it must be. That one's over there and this one's over here. Are they actually warped in their shape? They must be. What the hell? And then we see them from this side and they're just pillars. Crazy. I'm really not sure what their shape is or what they look like. These little setup scenes are really fun. Just really cute. Everybody going like, yeah, we're ready. Let's go. I like that we set these characters up before we enter. So we didn't really understand what it was. It's pretty badass. That's Naruto. That's Gon Freaks. Oh! I can hear Gon in that. I can't hear Naruto. The dark void. What? It feels like it should be more impactful. It's somehow the blankness and the almost weird, it's not normal, but like the almost weird normalcy of it makes it weirder to me. Just blank, just an endless vastness. Can't even compute how big this space is. What a wall. Gotta watch out for those 1,000-year-old sorcerers. They might not actually be wanting to negotiate with us. With these scenes of just walking and talking. Plus blocking objects. Plus artifacts in the background. Plus shadows going by. Plus vibes. Plus sound. Plus music. I don't know. Boink. You want to join the culling game? Okay. Fushiguro Megami has joined the culling game. And of course, Itadori was already one. Let's go. And as soon as you drop in, they teleport you to somewhere new. Gosh, it really does feel like one of those Battle Royale games where you drop in. I wonder if that was intentional. Probably not. Were those popular before the manga portion of this came out? I feel like some of them were. That's fucked up, though. You just get dropped randomly and appear in an unknown location. Newbie hunters. Okay. So little smears on the windows. How did we get there? Ding. We just do it. We just don't care. There's no need to match anything. We just do it. Nike. Okay. Wild. Extremely cool scene, too. This little weird warp to everything. It's almost as though it wasn't redrawn. It has been, but it's almost as though portions of it have been moved and warped with Photoshop instead of redrawing them one by one. Does that make sense? Have you ever seen anything quite like that? It's weird. It actually looks to me like they're stretching the frame. Very strange. Okay. And then some cool animation for just flashes as we're doing this momentum and boom out the side. Newbie hunters. The timing of the narrator popping in and Tengen coming in to tell us stuff. Boom. That is so cool. Minchi. Itadori's so cool. There's something about this tarp floating down. I thought he was gonna ride it. Yeah? Like a slide or something? How did he... Oh, he just chucked a piece of glass at her. Ah! Foop. Clonk. Just a projectile. Went down easily. Incredible. I didn't even clock that he did that at all. So this guy recognizes him from middle school? Alright, why did Remy give me such strange vibes? It's because the performative, like, oh, I'm so hurt. And then she snaps out of it pretty quickly. An interesting foil for Megumi. He does not do well with people who have emotions. But yeah, where does she get this? Yes, I'm sorry. And then she flips right back. Okay, I don't understand Remy at all. We'll have to watch the next episode to figure out if she's a monster murderer who's going to kill us, or just a cool person who happens to be in here and has been for like 12 days. It's a little bit of a weird scene. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of this one. Kind of yikesy, kind of weird. But then it gets followed up by him dragging the guy through the side of the building using his chopper thing to slow their fall and totally destroy the building. And the facial expressions are amazing, and the idea is insane. Just fighting this guy is crazy. And then he goes fan mode, and we slide in between them, which almost feels like it's out of a movie at some point, like a Mission Impossible film or something crazy. What a cool power. Like a very annoyingly small-scale power. But what a cool power. I really like this blast of smoke that becomes the outline of Itadori in Dark Smoke. Boom. And then becomes almost impact frames. It gets smaller and then he gets bigger again. Whoosh, and bursts out of it. It's really cool. And I think that with the music going, it's like one of those classic tracks that we use often. It ends up being really fucking cool. Oh, I am Propeller Man! I really like this run against the window as well. Yeah, that's really nice. What a moment. And then I really don't like this little battle in the air. I mean, I get it, they're whipping around because of the propeller thing, but it just feels wonk. Interesting. What a mixed bag. There are a bunch of cuts that I don't particularly like. And then they're mixed up with cuts that I really like. Boom. Very Hibiki of you to just stand your ground and punch the thing. Yeah. Yeah. She tries to get him to say please. He won't do it. Will you be my knight? Wonder what her deal is. I wonder if her power has to do with getting somebody to agree to something. Like, she just needs to get somebody to say yes to something that she's asked them, and then she has some kind of control over them, and it's not working because Megumi keeps refusing her? I don't know. Probably not. Okay, all the mirrors, all the weird angles. What are we doing? What are we building here? Is this just vibes? Is this just the fact that Jujutsu Kaisen is full of vibes and tone? T-O-A-N tone? Or are we actually trying to make Remy feel like the scariest character in the universe? Because she feels terrifying. And same with Irie. Whatever his name is. We move forward to this famous street, right? Or at least this is modeled after a famous street. With the road split ahead. Y-shaped split road Tokyo. It's in Tokyo, right? Yes, there's a book called Tokyo Y Junctions by Tadanori Yoko, a photographer, that's just photographs of all these different Y junction shaped streets in Tokyo, and there are a bajillion of them. So I don't know where this particular one is, but there are a bunch of them. Huh. I'm trying to like gain insight into this scene. It's really simple though, right? We're going down a split in the road. But it feels so fucking impactful. It feels like it's loaded. Are we trying to divide Megumi and Yuji? I think so. I think that's part of it. And part of it, I mean, inside Megami's head, he thinks, I'm not like Yuji. I will kill for those points if I have to. Call me by my name. Call me Remy. There's something weird about her, man. There's a lot weird about her. And weird about him, too. We've gone down the split, and it's not clear which side we've gone down. That's strange. What's your reason to fight? Us players who were in the colony from the start have been stuck in the culling game for 12 days now. So civilians could get out, but if you were a player, if you were transfigured or had an awakened ability or any of that, and you started in the game, you're in. And there's no way out? That seems like a fucked up oversight. So if you're like Fushiguro, you're a sorcerer, you're outside the game, you don't have to enter. But if you're a sorcerer and you start inside the game, you can't leave. But if you're a civilian and you start inside the game, you can leave. Is that correct? So any sorcerers who were within the barrier when it went up, boom, you're in the game. You're just stuck. Okay, on that framework, then she could be a reasonable person. Totally. I don't trust her at all. Not doing it because I want to, and we're just fucking honing in on the split ahead. People go mad with power. You don't just have to watch out for the 1,000-year-old sorcerers. Everybody is a problem. Megami frames it as the past sorcerers have pushed the modern sorcerers into combat mode, but it's like, isn't that a small thought compared to like the whole frame that you're in forces this? Like after a few days of that, of life or death, being hunted and having to hunt others, changes you. I don't know. Might have given bad advice. There's this feeling as we're coming around corners like we're going to come around a corner to each other, or to a cliff, or to a trap, or something. There's a sense of juxtaposition created, I think, by the way that he like phases around the corner and then we're phasing around this corner, and it's like there's a connection. And then we start using these blocking objects up in foreground, the posts and light poles and things, the trees, the flowers, like cutting us off from each other, creating separation and distance, like stuff that would happen right before a fight is about to break out, like what happened between Naoya and Choso. We're not seeing each other. We're not actually connected. You need to protect me and use my name already. Amai, where is Higuruma? And then we phase it across. I'll give you a location. They both ask the same question. Where is Higuruma? Higuruma is in Ikebukuro, Shinjuku. Two different answers. Splitting up their paths? But are they doing this intentionally, knowing what the other is doing? Or do they both actually believe that that person is in that place? What the fuck? I don't know, guys, but I'm glad to be kicking things off, to be stepping into the space, the culling games, to be interacting with the rules and with Kogane and all the other parts, to have Kenjaku on screen, even for the few moments in the beginning, makes me feel like all the pieces are finally clicking into place, and that big system of cogs and machinery that we've seen the bomb dropping through is actually clicking, yeah? All clicking together. We're entering 12 days after the beginning of the games, which means that a lot has already happened, and things have already gone to shit all over these colonies, right? I'm excited to see how everything plays out from here. I'm excited to see the variety of fights that we get inside the games. I'm excited for the like mental play and for answers about the grand plans of Kenjaku and how Sukuna folds into all of it. I'm overall excited. I think I will wrap it here for today. Keep it at pace so that we go episode by episode through this. I think that's the best way to go about it. Thank you so much for watching this episode with me. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope to catch you next week for the next episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll be here on Friday, back to the normal schedule. Thanks for joining me for the Sorcery Sunday. It's been a blast. Much love. Peace.